Hello. This is Jacquelene Postmore on Soulstar Radio, and I'm coming to you live from Port Arlington. And I'm just moving my face over here to avoid the lovely sounds of. Oh no, now it doesn't stop there. It's the ocean. So I'm literally in the bay. Behind me, over that away, is Melbourne CBD. You can get there by ferry. They have a wonderful ferry every little while there. They've also got a toll ship out in the bay, and there are a couple of container ships. So hopefully they won't make too much noise, and we'll be able to hear each other today. And so thank you for joining me. I've got the lovely smell of the sea air sort of radiating through, so I'm sort of rather enjoying that one. Yes, today feel free to call in, taking callers, and be able to do readings for you. And it's been quite an interesting week over this last weekend, particularly down in the southwest of Victoria and also in southern New South Wales. We've had those fires, both in Tathra and also, that's up in New South Wales, but also down where I live at times is Terrain Camperdown and a fire going down through parts of Simpson and all that sort of thing on the way to Port Campbell, basically. So if you are in America, it's like 12 Apostles. Just think 12 Apostles if you've ever seen those. They sort of picture the Great Ocean Road, which you really should drive down knowing which way, which lane to drive in, the right or the left, because a lot of tourists don't tend to know which way to go with that. So if you're having trouble with direction today, do feel welcome to call in. It was certainly quite interesting with those fires. I actually lived down in the southwest Victoria when we had Ash Wednesday in 1983, and I lived at the base of the King Lake Ranges in a town called Whittlesea in the Black Saturday fires. And so it's sort of like you become, I guess, nothing really can completely prepare you for that sort of thing, but you certainly can be more in a space to help others when you've been through it before. So I think the thing is that it's really important if someone is going through that type of thing around you, whether it's been flood, fire, or any other kind of natural disaster, to be very much in that space of, okay, I'm here, I'm ready to listen. What is it that you need from me? What would you like me to do? Rather than, here, this. And the worst thing, of course, you can say, which I've heard said to people before, not long after these sorts of events that often change people's lives entirely, is, I think it might be an Australian saying that, it's 3 words. Four actually. Well, no, 3, but it's just 4 syllables, isn't it? Get over it. I don't think that anyone should say that to anyone else. It's a bit like in Australia we say, harden up, drink a cup of concrete, princess. It's sort of really advisable not to do that. I know that a lot of sensitive people watching and listening would understand that, but it's amazing how many people don't. And I think the most important thing we can teach our children is empathy, because if you teach different levels of empathy throughout a child's life, then when they're an adult, they have a real understanding of, how to hold space for someone who might be going through something, and not to sort of start to relate their own story to that person. Oh, yeah, that happened to me when. It's like, no, not necessarily, mate. There are sometimes where your own stories definitely can help people because it makes it all the more relatable. They know they're not alone. But if the go-to mechanism is always to refer it back to yourself and your experiences, then, you're sort of not really holding that space. So it's really good to, I think, be ready to open that energy to people who need it, and to be there for them in that place. And, it's certainly a very interesting thing to have to be put in front of at different times. And it is really just about listening rather than speaking when that sort of thing is happening. So I'm sending all of my love and healing and best thoughts to anyone going through any difficult times at the moment, be they through the physical world or be they through events that goes on, around you at this point in time. So it's just going to be very important to just hold that space for people. If you find there's someone around you that needs help, I think, how are you going? How can I help you? Is there anything you want? Is always a really good way to start the conversation, and maybe let them guide it. You will find odd senses of humour tend to come out in these events as well. So it's just it can be the person who's going through the hard time that tells you something sort of really kooky and weird that is actually kind of funny, but yeah, it's interesting how humour can help us through moments like that as well. So I might just, with that, go to our first caller who has quite a big heart energy there, and we've got her in Saskatchewan, Canada. Her name is Megan. Are you there on the line, Megan?
Hi, this is Megan.
Hello, it's lovely to hear from you. And can I have your date of birth? I can start doing a reading for you that way if you would like.
Okay, it is August 15th, 1989.
Thank you so much for that. I do feel like there's a lot going on for you. The last few years have been, you've had to be incredibly productive, but you've also had to kind of dodge and weave quite a bit here and stay very focused on things despite the challenges that you've faced to that focus. It's sort of been really hard to keep a real kind of hold on situations, and it just feels like, oh boy, again. It's just like just as you get up here and it goes again. Yeah. So it's just been really full on for you. So I have to say that Spirit really wanted to pat you on the back and tell you, you know, you've got your rhythm now. I was really getting this picture of you climbing up a hill, and it's like, it's real exhaustion.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden we're like, oh, now she's got in her stride, and it's like through a weird set of circumstances, the hill shape has changed, and it's easier for you to climb. And we're just taking this one step at a time at this point in time, and you've gotten into that rhythm. So it's just so important for you to keep working on that sense of no matter what happens here, I can hold this together, because it's that mantra that you're sort of doing that's actually helping you do a lot more than what you even thought you were capable of. And you are capable of a lot, but it's really helped you get through this and sort of have that heart open despite all of this. And certainly when we look at 2018 for you, there's going to be quite a lifting up of the energy. I feel like June, July, there's a big lifting up of your energy. It's like we've got a happy celebration around that point in time. That actually gives you a lot more, I guess, positivity. I guess it also gives you more feedback on the journey so far. So this is like people telling you, hey, look, you know, you're doing really well, and just keep going with it. But was there a question you wanted me to look at for you today, darling?
Pardon me?
Was there a question you wanted me to look at for you today?
I just wanted to know, like, for the next year, how things are looking, and for the next coming up month. Yep.
So I'm being told the money's in the bank. So if you've been having trouble with money or financial decisions and situations, the money, if it's not there right now, is going to be in the bank, but it's like the money's in the bank. So I don't know whether that's that you've taken a change to how you're managing the financial situations, but to me it's like the money's in the bank on this. So it's like you can, you know, over the next 6 months particularly, start to make better plans or start to have more of a sense of being able to act on things that you've wanted to do and the plans you've wanted to have around this, more security coming in. But yeah, the next 2 to 3 months, sorry?
Oh, I'm just wondering, for the provinces that I stay in Alberta, and I was wondering if I should move to a different province, like move back home. Does they say anything about that?
Look, I would certainly say so. Can you relate first also to the money situation or the financial situation?
Sure, yeah. Well, I had some fun. Yeah, actually, yes, I can.
Yeah, that's okay. You don't have to say that out on air. I do think in a way going back home is actually really restorative for you. It puts you back together. It gives you more, I guess, of a breather for a while to be able to restabilise a few things there. And also I feel like the connections you're able to make or remake, it's like we're able to do that in the right energy at that point in time. So To me, it's like that may be part of what this family celebration is, but I also do feel a separate event that may be going on there, that whether you know about that yet or not, but it's like there's a separate family event that's actually quite a celebration. So I'm not quite sure if that's a wedding or a birth, but I do feel as if the sense of celebrating with family is going to be there with you. And it's like, oh gosh, golly, I can take the real stress off myself now, and you're able to refocus and get more of where you're wanting to go.
Yeah.
So I think it's a really positive thing for you to do it, and I do think it makes sense that you would think about doing that. So to me, it just puts everything back together where it needs to be, and it's like after that, in the next couple of years, you'll be able to really have a massive springboard after that move. It's like this move actually then sets you up to then leapfrog out of there again in a whole different way, with a whole new energy that's going to be very supportive of you. So I hope that helps you today there, Megan.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
That answers it.
Yep. So that was Megan, and she's off in Saskatchewan. I always know how to say it until I try to say it. Saskatchewan, Canada. So thank you so much for getting me to use my speaking skills, and we're going to go next on to Ria in Perth, Western Australia. So I'm just going to hold the microphone while I'm going there because it's a little bit windy here. Have we got you there, Ria?
Yes.
Hello and welcome to the show. Thanks so much for calling in. How are you today, darling?
So far so good. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it is a good start to be able to say that, because I do feel at times there can be a lot going on where you're like, oh, it's like frustration. It's like a sense of, okay, I've got to get this done. There also sometimes tends to be a feeling of duty and just I have to do it. I have to do it, rather than necessarily the fun and the joy. So it's really good to be able to go, I'm doing all right so far, or I'm doing good so far. I do think you are generally very positive, but there does seem to be a lot going on around you, a lot of responsibility on you, and it's like you're having to kind of go, all right, here we go. So that's how I'm sort of seeing that at this stage. Was there a question you wanted me to look at for you?
There is a couple. This one is about my husband. Is about my husband's job. He seems to be stressing over it at the moment, and which obviously will affect our financial position.
Yeah, that feels a bit up and down, and I do feel a lot of jolts going on there. So whether it's been very difficult to get that sense of stability in it, I feel like, 1 minute we got one sort of set of news, and it's not so much minute, but it feels like it might be over days, weeks, months. It's like we've got one message going on, then we got the next message going on, and they're like two different messages. So it does feel like that's very up and down, and I do feel as if whether it's almost like a semi-self-employed feeling, but I don't quite understand that. If he's working for someone who takes a heck of a lot of ownership in the work that he does and really takes it on as his personal responsibility, almost as if it's his own business, and he's actually a value add to any company he would be working for, but I would wonder if he's working kind of, whether it's contract, subcontract, or for himself in some way. Can I get you to clarify what industry he's working in?
He's a construction worker, but he actually is hired, but it's on a contract. Yep. He's a fly-in, fly-out.
He's what, sorry?
Well, it's what we call a fly-in, fly-out. He flies to the site and stays there for 2 weeks.
That makes sense, because that does go with the up and down of this. Look, I do feel that regardless of what happens with the present arrangement or contract, regardless of what happens with that specific contract, which does feel up and down and quite unpredictable at times, I do feel that regardless, I've got work coming in from different avenues. So if there is downtime at any point this year or in the next 18 months, I feel like I might be dealing with maybe three weeks. At most, I think it might be 3 months. If it's 3 months, it's in part, even though at the moment you wouldn't think that, it would be in part a sort of a choice to make a different avenue. But I don't feel it's long term, months and months and months and months, sort of, 6 months, 12 months, etc. at all. I just feel there might be a slight gap there, but it's like this is mostly by choice and as if he's got options on the table. He's not having to rush to take them up when that's happening. So if there's going to be this gap, I sort of feel like over this next 18 months, at most I'm seeing that as 18 months, within the 18-month period, I'm seeing it at most as 3 months. But if it's 3 months, it's because there's some choice with this. So whether there's downtime during the Christmas, January period, as there are with a lot of construction sort of jobs, but with fly in, fly out, that can be quite different, whether there's some sort of aspect around that. But I really don't see it being a long-term unemployed situation or having to dramatically change your living arrangements, and having to up everything and move interstate or anything like that. It does just feel as if it's just this bit of a bump there. I'm going to punt more the 3 weeks than the 3 months. But as I said, if there is a 3 months, it's more that there's in aspect a bit of a choice of him taking a little bit of time out. And I think he would only do that if he could afford it. I really would.
Okay.
So I don't see him as being out of work, unable to get a job for 3 whole months. I just feel it's like as if there may be a few weeks where there is actually out of work, and then he may go, oh, I'll just start then, just start over here in this date. And it's like he's able to take a bit of a breather, because I feel like it's really, really full-on heavy work for him. And, there's a certain sense of satisfaction with that, but, gee, he gets really tired. And it can be a real emotional roller coaster at times for you as well. But I do feel that you're managing this really well as well. I think you have a lot of concern for everyone else around you. And it's just important to remember to make sure that you're putting the energy into yourself as well. That's what I would just really want to sort of urge you to do. Just make sure you're taking time for you, doing things that are actually helpful for you as well, because there's just so much responsibility that I think you've always sort of taken on. But it's just really important at the moment to also get some time for you. So I hope that makes sense to you and helps you.
Yes, it does. That sounds good. Good.
Was there any other question you wanted to ask at all?
Just one more. I'm thinking of starting up my own business, and I'm just wondering if that's a viable avenue for us.
Yes, however, my caution is to be practical. I was jumping on the spot and waving my arms like one of those stupid, not stupid, one of those Wiggles band members. I'm excited. I feel really good about it. I do feel you need to make sure of all the factors in this, all the financial sort of outlay and everything involved in that, because, okay, apparently you have to justify that to your husband as well. But also I do feel that there's some aspect of this that at the moment it's like you don't have all the full facts yet. It's like, yeah, you just need to do a lot more research first to make sure that the particular way in which you want to go about this is exactly, going to work for you, and in what way to take the different processes and steps with this, because I do feel there's a lot in this that you can do and be very very happy and successful with it. And it also will fit around all of your other commitments that are going on. It allows you a great degree of flexibility, particularly I feel like sort of in the evening, it's sometimes there's times where you can be really productive sort of in the evening when there's sort of a quiet around the house. And other times, obviously, you're going to want to veg out because you also get quite emotionally and mentally tired. But there is times where you can do a heck of a lot and be incredibly productive in those sort of night hours, just for a few hours of a night, say once a week or twice a week. You can be catching up on a couple of days' work there with the way that you work at that particular sort of time of the night, I feel. So that's why I like it, the flexibility of it. It just will open up doors for you as well. And I just think I really want to make sure that you're networking with whether it's a small business group in your local council, like small business traders associations and things like that. Some of them are great, some of them not so much. But I'd certainly get networking around. I would go to whatever free breakfast seminars they put on. Although it feels more like the afternoons, lunches would probably be better for you. But, if you can get yourself up, for those breakfast ones, it's a really really good one because you get absolute experts in their different fields talking. There's also in a lot of different states in Australia, you have small business mentoring from the small business advisory in your state. So it'd be good for you to look up something like that where you get really discounted mentoring services from people who've been really successful in business that have some kind of association or understanding of the industry you're wanting to have your business in, and they can give you really great advice for a third of the price that you would pay somewhere else, because you can be paying $3.50 an hour for some of these people, but with small business often you're only paying $100 for someone who is well worth far more than that. So I really would look around to really building your networks. I do feel you like to do things completely on your own as well. You've got a real strong sense of independence, but you can also get cabin fever if you're just stuck to yourself, and that's why I'm wanting to network with people, because sometimes a fresh pair of eyes and a clear head from someone else can make all the difference in some of the things that you're thinking of doing. So that's why I would really drive home the need to do that, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah, it does. That's great. Thank you.
So you're not someone who I personally find it a bit weird and jarring and maybe off-putting, and maybe that's just me being a bit precious, but if someone sort of sends me a text, oh hi, I've started up a business selling blah blah, and I just thought I'd get in touch with you, and do you want to get any of that? And I'm like, who is this person? What are you doing? And people that even go from there might be an allied health therapist, and they drop into local osteopath. Oh hi, I'm the local physiotherapist, and that should be normal. It should be normal behaviour. But I think I'm more of an introvert in that aspect, like I think you would be, where you're not sort of going to outwardly do that because you would consider it a bit sort of, a bit like, a bit sucky. So
yeah.
I would try to get you to urge you to just put that aside and just go and speak to people, do that talking, do that canvassing, do that networking. I think the best way for you in your case, your style for networking is actually to network with people you feel that energy with. You feel like you can chat to them about the weather. You feel like you can chat to them about, just topics. You just feel that vibe of, hey, that feels like a good person. I'll go talk to them, and then you'll find that networking naturally happens rather than trying to do this false penalty technique type thing that people, when they're doing that to you and me, it makes both of us want to vomit pretty much. So it's just really good to do it on your own terms, very genuinely, and then you'll find the connections you do strike up will be fantastic. So that's why I just had to put that in there for you, Ria, because you're a very strong and very fine woman with a lot of energy and a lot of integrity, and it's just really important to also, I think, network with people that you feel that same quality in, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that.
I wish you every good luck with that, because I do feel you've got a lot of potential here, and I do feel the sun shining on you with this one. It's not because I've got the beach in the background. It's the sun shining on you with this one. I've got the sun card in my head just thumping in front of me. So, and also the star card and Wheel of Fortune. So, you've got definitely the ability to change the circumstances around you financially for yourself and your independence, which is really important to you, because when you've got your independence, you've got much more of a spark about you and a real sort of zest and get up and go and you're excited. Whereas when you're working in a position that's just there, no. So that's why it's great for you to go down this road.
Excellent. Thank you.
You're so very welcome, and do feel free to send me an email. You can go to soulstar.media and just send me something about your business, and we might be able to even do an interview. And I'm not even kidding about that. Okay?
I will. Thank you very much.
So don't be afraid to get in touch. And anyone else listening, if
No,
you've got
I won't.
a new business in this sort of field, whether it doesn't matter what industry, if you're making lives better, you can always get in touch as well. So Ria, that invitation is a genuine offer, and as it is for anyone else who wants to get in touch, whether you want to speak on air and have a reading, or whether it is that you actually want to talk about, where your business fits in the world, or even your work and where it fits in the world and how that makes other people's lives better or the world better in some way. There's so many ways to contribute to the world around us, whether it is through environmental activism or whether it is through, helping people, animals, wildlife, the whole thing. So thank you so much for watching and listening and putting up with this windy microphone today. And thank you also to my producer for doing the same. I'll be back, same bat time, same bat channel next week, only without the wind, I hope. And I'll catch you then. In the meantime, I'm going to wish you a happy day, and I'm going to send you a picture. We're watching. Hopefully I don't get my producer upset. Of the sea. There we are. The boat's there.